Hey, welcome to Bree's Toys and Games. My name is Stephanie Bree. Today I'm looking at a couple of GoBots, starting with a Super Gobot. I do not remember his name. I apologize. I'll look it up before I post this video, so it will be in the description and the title. But this is Super Gobot Red Car. I want to say Ferrari because or Firebird, but it's actually a Fairlady Z, according to the sticker. I don't know if you can read that. But like the other Super Gobots, it is die-cast metal, very comparable in quality and scale as your G1 Autobot cars, and rubber tires, just like your G1 Transformers Autobot cars. But how does he transform? Well, the same as all the other Gobots. I mean, the exact same as all the other Super Gobots, except for a couple of them. You pull the legs out, which are really hard to do because it's an old toy. You basically flip them down, but it's really hard to do because it's an old toy. You flip the toes out. You pull out the arms, and he's got little hands, they're claws. And then he basically turns into a Johnny 5 from Short Circuit knockoff. You fold down the chest, and then the head, air quotes, appears. I mean, it's more of a head than the G1 Autobot, Ratchet, and Ironhide action figures had, respectively. But just barely. But these GoBots, specifically Super GoBots, do have a smidgen of slightly superior articulation to G1 Transformers. He can kind of rotate his head. Well, no, he can't because it's got a bar here. Never mind. Well, but he can do this, and he can bend at the elbows, so that's articulation. And, well, he can kick, and you could pretend to walk, so that, I guess, is articulation. But he's such an ugly robot, just like with Ironhide and Ratchet from G1. We're going to keep him in car mode where he belongs, because he's a good-looking die-cast metal car toy. He's not a great transforming robot alien space creature toy. And he's certainly an above average GoBot and a par for the course, if you will, middle of the road Super Gobot. You know, I would say almost, and he is missing some pieces, I admit, but almost as good as a G1 Autobot car, but not as good as a G1 Autobot car, because they also do have better looking, in general, aside from the two exceptions I mentioned, better looking robot modes. None of them have great articulation, but most of them have heads, and they nearly all, as in universally, have weapons. This guy may have come with a weapon, I don't have it, but a lot of these Super Gobot weapons are only weapons because the card back told you it was a weapon. It doesn't look like a weapon in general. But the Transformers weapons look like weapons. So, you know, not a great case that GoBots are as good as Transformers, because in general they're not. In some ways they are. And in a handful of ways they're better, but they did Rock Lords, and we can't forgive them for that, even though I have some Rock Lords. Let's move on. Not a bad looking toy. Stay cool.